Hello and welcome to all the newbies. If you're an absolute beginner, I want to bring you great comfort today and tell you I endorse tracing for brand new artists because you need to have some success or else you won't continue on your art journey. So I will endorse that for you. And then I hope that you'll let me help you get those training wheels off and start to draw on your own. But for the time being, I'm going to let you take just a pencil and use this very easy technique to join in on two of my free Zoom calls coming up. One is on December 6th, and that's going to be an open studio in Art Venture. So you can click on the link in the doobly doo to sign up for that. The second one is going to be on December 10th. And that is going to be on Staples Zoom because I'm going to be sharing how you can use pigment markers to make a scene. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to make the sketch from the PDF that I provide. So get out a pencil and let's get started. In my desire to help you have some success, I want you to come to this Zoom call on December 10th and draw this scene. And I know you might be thinking, I can't do that. Well, guess what? I think you can. So I'm going to be using these Pigment Arts brush pens, and it's the nature set. I'll be using some Canson XL watercolor paper. Works great with those markers. I have a brush. I'll have a little cup of water, a pencil, and some printouts. There's a link to the printouts down below in the description. And I'm going to take a piece of paper and I want to put one of these drawings on there. I'm going to use the one on the left. The one on the right has more detail in it, so it'll give you ideas for branches, for shading on the mountain, for what a tree shape can look like. But you don't want to drag all that marker around into the graphite because it'll just make a mess. So you want as few pencil lines as you can. You can hold your paper up to the light just a little bit. You can see through it if it's just copy or paper. And sometimes you can trace things by putting it up against a window, like your original drawing and your piece of paper. But in this case, the paper's too thick to do that. So what I'm doing is putting graphite on the back of the computer paper printout. I don't need to put graphite everywhere. You can certainly scribble the whole thing with it, but that's a waste of time and graphite. So I'm just looking for the areas that I actually need to press through in my drawing, the parts that have the sketch, because there's just a couple sections of those. And if you have a lot of detail, you'll want to be more careful and get lots of graphite in there and cover all of it. But these are very simple lines, so it doesn't require a whole lot. Just a little bit is good enough. I also did the corners so I could make the kind of border around it. And I'll start off by making an L shape in each corner, and then I can use a ruler to connect all of them so I have a nice clean outline around my piece. And if you want to tape yours down to a board or something, you can do that. To transfer the rest of the drawing, just go over the lines little by little and, keep them really simple as much as possible. I've tried to do that here for you so you have something really easy to follow along with. Check by peeking underneath to see if you've got enough pressure. And don't have too much pressure because then you'll never be able to erase lines if you decide you want to erase something and change it, etc. But once you get it all done, you can take that off and you see you have very light lines under there. And then make the outside border and bada boom, bada bing, you'll be ready for the class when it comes up. Now, these are the colors that are in that particular set of Pigment Arts brush pens. And so that's what I'm going to be using. We're going to use all of them. So go to Staples and pick up the supplies you need. They're in the PDF. There's a list of them. And I'm going to show you two different scenes with some alternate things, different ways to make leaves, different ways to do grasses and stuff on the same scene. So please do join me. There is an Eventbrite that you can sign up for and get all of the information from Staples. The second event is Open Studio on December 6th, which is actually before the first event on December 10th. I know I'm backwards. Anyway, I wanted to talk for a moment, since this is before the pre-registration for the nature journaling class. I wanted to talk about what it means in my head when I call it a level 1/2, because it kind of straddles both. It can be for someone who's a level 1 who needs to trace, and you can use these techniques to trace exactly what you see in front of you. Take a picture of it, print it out the size you want it, and then use this technique with the graphite on the back to trace it, like I'm doing right here. It's not cheating when you're just brand new and you need to just get yourself started. This can really help. Sometimes you can also just trace part of an image and get your training wheels off that way. Now, for something like a level 2, you might want to do something a little fancier than a flat lay, which is what that other one would be. And this is a three-dimensional little branch of berries. So I wanted to create it in such a way that I get the best view that I liked for the berries themselves. So I took a bunch of pictures, putting it at different angles and just trying to see what I liked so I could print that out and draw it into my sketchbook. So this one I trimmed down so I could kind of lay it on there and see what I've got going. And one of the things I was aiming for was a triangle in both corners. And that's just one way of handling composition. The nature journaling class is going to have a lot about composition because you're going to go out and collect your own samples, whether it's from pictures or whether you can grab a little piece of a branch, find something on the ground or whatever. And we're just going to talk about how to create a nature journaling page. But you can see that putting pencil behind something can help you to be able to draw things that you might not be able to draw on your own yet because you're new. Now, I'm doing the pen and ink work on mine prior to that Zoom call. So I'll be talking about the design and doing my watercoloring and everything during that call. So you can create your own, get 2 plants, put one in each corner, and be ready for that Zoom call. And it's free. A little housekeeping before we go. It is Small Business Saturday. Go take yourself out for dinner or even just a piece of pie at a local non chain restaurant. Go shop at a non chain store and buy something. Even if it's something small, it makes a huge difference to small businesses. I'm having a small business Saturday sale. It's not as big as my Black Friday was yesterday, but you can still get a discount on maybe a drawing class. I'll put a couple recommendations for where you might start in the description down below. Now, quick note, I am going to be taking a small holiday break. And in the month of December, I'm going to be creating one video a week, and those are going to be on Mondays throughout December. So stay tuned. So I hope you enjoyed this video, that you got something out of it, that you've got your pencil ready, and I'll see you in one of those Zoom calls. The links for everything are in the doobly doo down below, which happens to be the description area. I know that's a funny word, but you can thank the Vlog Brothers for that funny word. Check out the links. I'll see you again soon. Bye.